realizing that land is a bigger resource of production that leaves the women initiative for production hanging, because at their home she's not given land, at the marital place she doesn't own. A lot of intervention has taken place at national level and local level, but what I can report is that the status quo still remains. What we are appreciating and can report is that initiative of the women councillors and other development partners have been advocating for women ownership of land. And particularly as the women councillors of Apac, we have had radio talk shows to sensitize the community and says the women are a part of you, so you need to divide land equally. I am happy to report that other civilized families have taken up the mantle. They have already divided land to all, irrespective of the gender. But we are still dealing with some rigid family, in most cases not educated. They don't know the value of sharing land across gender, and that still remains a challenge for all of us. But as the female councillors of Apac and as concerned citizens, this should be our plea to make them understand, because some of them just do not understand the importance and they tend to stick to the old history of the cultural norms that is not valued these days, because as the women those days used to take issues of land, we now have women who want to become commercial farmers, and they cannot do farming in the air, so they need land to invest and put their big investment. So meaning that their access to land should be granted by either by their parents and also by their husbands. Initially, they used to say that from my home, my parents and relatives will assume that I will be married off and taken. So if I am married off, I have no share at my home. Also at my marital place, they will say she's not by culture, she doesn't inherit land. She's not entitled to. It is just an entitlement that I am not supposed to inherit land. And so a woman is left hanging. From her home, she's going to be married. Then from her marital place, she's not entitled to own land. And that has been a hanging issue that has left women without option, but rather to remain landless. From my father, I am very unfortunate that my father don't have land, traditional customary land, and I think he died before showing me one. But currently now, I own land which I bought with my own money, and I also want to encourage other women outside there that if you have any possible means, please buy land in your name that you can own, and you can now divide to your children equally without separating their gender. A lot. Some of them have not accepted the transformation that is coming. The view that women can do what men can do. Some of them are still in the rigid tradition that they want a woman to remain without any asset. And so some of them will tend to give you a bad name. Some of them will tend to isolate you from other women. They will say, this one, and the challenges that are attributed to powerful women. So some of them feel bad. But in the trend of development now, we have some few people appreciating the fact that other women are moving an extra mile to buy their own land, such that they can show example that if a woman owns land, actually that land can even be more productive. Because we have had land that is being owned by people who just say, my grandfather's land, there is no investment in that land. So if other women who are in better position can buy land and put investment, that will now be a showing ground for other people to say, okay, if women have land, they can make the land productive, and that is the essence of giving equal opportunity for people, male and female, to own land in this country.
Photography.
It is still the stereotype and the division of labor that has been ascribed by our society. We know that naturally, the only task a woman can do and is never performed by a man is being pregnant. That one is a natural role. But these other socially constructed roles that society has ascribed onto the woman are still remain, to the fact that very few people have understood that it is not a woman's task to do every household activity, caring, cooking, sweeping the compound, fetching water, all those, you understand, right? Other communities have understood, but it is still the burden of a woman that the society has ascribed on her, and this makes it very difficult for them sometimes to balance their work at home and the public work that they have been given. Say if you have been elected or you work in a government office, it is your duty as a woman to balance that work and the workload that is waiting for you, and no one is ready to help you, but you have to battle with it, meaning that the problem of time is still a very big burden that the women are facing in this empowerment approach that is coming for women. Some of the things are being done naturally. Because I think the thinking that used to be a belief that it is only the maid that will help this family, it is now fading away, because communities, societies and tradition have started seeing value on the empowerment of a female, to the extent that the female who are in better positions have proven to be of more support to their family than the boys or the maid that they have. So that alone that the women are doing is working for themselves, is changing the stereotype, the norms and the beliefs that people used to put on the ladies, thinking that it is only the male that helps the family. So that is in one way helping to change the situation. Although on our part as the leaders, we shouldn't keep quiet. We shouldn't wait to see other society remain behind. But we should be telling them and also showing them examples of the better changes that the women are bringing, and also the need to empower these women to even do more. Because if we empower them, I assure you the women are going to do more than is expected of them, as they are doing currently.
geography